I have the craziest dreams. I don't write them down. Um, I'm gonna just, I don't know, I'll just get on here and talk about them. I don't understand them. Some of them I know have to do with things that have gone into my life. Like, I had a dream last night about a tsunami. It wasn't bad. Kind of like the recent tsunami we had that wasn't bad. But then I think about, I remember dreams from when I was a kid. I've had several of my dreams like repetitively that I know what's going to happen next, and I can go in and change the dream because I've had the dream so many times that I can go in and change it. I haven't had a flying dream in quite a while. But in my flying dreams, I never can go higher than the telephone poles. But it's fun because I know that I can just jump and I'll fly off. I guess I did have one recently because I do remember jumping and flying. So I did have one recently. It's just not really clear. I've had crazy dreams recently that I can't explain. Why do I so much? Anyway, I was I was skydiving. I was in the mountains, and the ground below me was just lush and beautiful, and maybe but I was skydiving, and I came in and I was landing, and I landed in the middle of the mountains, Colorado mountains most likely, and I landed in the middle of this African Americans family picnic, and I landed, and they were like, oh, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Where am I?" Like, "Man, you're in Compton." And I'm like, "I'm in Compton." But yet I'm in the middle of the mountains and I'm skydiving. And so I joined this family reunion and we ate ribs and it was a great dream. Make that make sense. My dreams are highly unusual. I dream about my friends a lot. Some friends I dream about more than others, and some friends I never dream about at all. I don't understand how all that works. I've shared dreams with people. I had one person who I was really close to, really, really, really close to, and cared about very deeply. We shared dreams. We would have the same dreams together. Now that was kind of unusual, but we would discuss them, and yes, Robert did talk. We did talk, and we shared dreams. Can't explain that one either. There's a lot about the relationship I had with Robert that I can't explain. There's a lot about my life that I can't explain. I've had an amazing life. I really have. I've fucked up. Of course I have. I have fucked up. I have done stupid shit and I have hurt people, and I don't regret it, but I apologize for it. I own up to the things that I've done wrong. If they'll let me, and if they don't, well, it's okay. They're not ready. You grow as you grow. But it's like there's this one time when I was out hitchhiking. It was fucking hot, and I had my dog Sam, and we had walked from Huntsville. We were in Tennessee. We were on our way to Nashville. We were hitchhiking up I-65. It was fucking hot, man. It was fucking hot. And we're, thumbs out, and me and my dog. And this white van. I may have told this on here before. I don't know, but I may have. But I love this story. Anyway, I'm going to tell it again. This white van pulls over immediately. All right, number one, a car that pulls over immediately, you don't get in, okay? They're looking for somebody. Number two, you don't get in a van with no windows, no markings, okay? You just don't. So what I do, I got in. I put Sam in the back of the van, empty cargo van. You know, anyway, I get in the front. I do immediately check the door to see if it'll open, and it did. And the guy driving, I mean, he's probably young 30s. Tattooed, piercings, leather. The kind of guy that you just would be afraid of. But not me. We're just driving. We get to talking. He's scared of me. This is when I had, like, my mohawk, and I'm all, like, in my Carhartts. I was just like a fucking dirty punk kid, you know, my hair in a mohawk, pulled back with dreads, and my dog, and my backpack. And I asked, you know, he's like, where are you going? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just out going somewhere. And he says he's going up to Chicago. I'm like, sweet, I've never been to Chicago. I'd love some Chicago-style pizza. Well, we're driving, and hell, we're in Kentucky, and he stops at a gas station to get himself another beer. Getting me one too, which I did appreciate. But he's already got a good buzz going this time, so he's backing up, and he hits a car. So I have to drive the van now. And so I'm driving. We drive on up to just short of, right outside of Louisville, maybe. And he gets a hotel room. 2 beds. Sam and I slept in one. My dog, Sam. And he slept in the other. Bought dinner. He was very kind, very courteous, generous. Turns out he was in the LBGT, whatever kind of thing, you know, I don't want to say, but you know that. And he went to work in Birmingham that morning, and his boss told him, man, I need you to drive up to Chicago. We need more ink for whatever, blah, blah, blah. He was working for some kind of printing press or something. And he was, his boss made him drive to Chicago, and he had never done it by himself, and he wasn't comfortable with it. And so he found this random, I guess he thought I was a dude from the back, because when I was out hitchhiking and stuff, everybody thought I was a dude from the back, because, you know, I had shaved and my mohawk, and I was wearing my Carhartts, and probably did look like a dude. And I'd turn around and, oh man, I'm sorry, ma'am. But anyway, you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge every story, because everything I did was textbook what you shouldn't do. Just gotta trust yourself. If I had felt a bad vibe from that person, I wouldn't have gotten in. Like another time I was out hitchhiking around, just bored for the day. And this car pulls over, and there's a guy, and he's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, I'm just out hitchhiking. What are you doing? And I kind of got a bad vibe in there. But I looked at him, and I started, you know, assessing him up. And he had the Hatchet Man. He had a tattoo of the Hatchet Man. Family. We went out for the day, drove around, we talked, and we laughed, and we drank. And he had just moved to town. And he was just looking for somebody to talk to. Once again, somebody that you wouldn't have ever thought about. But you know a little bit about people. And you learn to trust yourself. And these people, both of them. I mean, I went up to Chicago. Dude dropped me off in the neighborhood where I was staying. Boom. Same with the other guy. Dropped me off right outside the neighborhood where I was staying. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to. Trust yourself. Trust the universe. Trust yourself. Life is beautiful. I'm out.